Alright, here we go. Hey there, Red Hawks. I'm Uriah and this is
Paige.
And we are on an LMC journey.
Today we are at the Hanson Technology Center, home of the Fablab, on our main campus in Benton Harbor, where Uriah is very fancy.
Fancy. I'm pretending to be the president of something. I'm not sure what. President.
And I'm a resident.
Alright, so this is Sam. He's going to be our tour guide today. Sam works for the Fablab.
That's right. I'm one of the many technicians here that work here that show people who can come in and do projects, work on equipment, and make some really cool stuff. So, without further ado, let's get started. First thing you'll notice about the Fablab is when you come in, there's usually always a project going on. There's always people here. And that's what we really like about this place. It's always hustling and bustling with things and people. First thing we got here is our laser cutter and engravers. These puppies are here that allow us to cut and engrave logos, texts, name on all different kinds of objects. Things like glass, wood, acrylic, you name it, we can engrave a logo or name on top of it. It's a real easy way for people to start out who maybe have never been here before but want to do something real quick and fun. We have different kind of sizes for obviously bigger, thicker objects, and for all different kinds of projects as well. And I'll show you a couple others here later on as well. Another type of woodworking equipment we have here are these wooden lathes. What these lathes are for, we can put small round objects on them, and we can slowly cut away at them while they're rotating at high speed. Whittle it down to whatever size or design you want on there, and we give you the mechanism and everything else, and you get a really cool custom-made pen at the end of it. Lots of fun.
I've done that before, actually.
Other types of woodworking equipment we have are drill presses, table saws. We have other types. It just depends on what kind of material and projects you'll be working on. That's where we have all the different types of woodworking equipment here. Because not every project dictates to use every single piece in here. So we try and keep a variety as best we can. These are one of my personal favorites, the 3D printers. These things are allowed to create something out of nothing. You can download or model a 3D object, and these puppies will print them out. You can do everything from bookmarks to figurines to fully working models to large helmets to small little belt buckles. Anything is possible with the 3D printers. They're a whole lot of fun.
What do I have to do to use one of these?
Well, I recommend you do maybe even a quick Google search. That's what's great about 3D prints, is a lot of people have already modeled objects for you to print out. All you do is download them, load them in, and hit print. It's easy as that.
Is there a charge for them?
The charge that we have is for how much filament you actually use. So obviously bigger prints, more dense prints will use more filament, so we charge more for those. But on average, a small figurine like the one on number 2 here, probably costs about $4 to $5. So we try to have very aggressive pricing so everyone can.
That's so good.
Right here behind me are the other 2 wood lasers that we have. This Glowforge here is one of our newest ones that works on some cool technology all within the cloud and the internet. So I don't even have to have a desktop computer. I can work everything off of a tablet or a phone. It's really neat stuff. This here is our newest edition. It's the most powerful laser that we have. It's actually going to run off a water-cooled system. So we're going to be able to do real deep objects as well as a pass-through, so you can have very long objects as well. So we're hoping to get that up and running pretty soon. One other cool thing that we encourage people to do here at the Fablab is come on in, sit down for a spell at our computer lab. You can work on projects to run any of the machines in here, as well as maybe bring in a school group for studying or working on a group project even. All the software that you use to run all of the equipment here is on these machines right here. So we always encourage people to come on down.
That's so cool. I turned like I know where you're going.
Over here we have the sewing area. We have many different kinds of machines used for different sewing projects. This is kind of the home base for the LMC Cosplay Club. So this is where they kind of consider their home and where they do most of their projects. We have all types, including the standard sewing machine, a serger for more, I would say, important stitches, like the ones alongside your jeans, your pants. Those were done on a serger because it uses 4 stitches at one time. And of course an embroidery machine, so you can do really cool patches, logos, initials, names. And of course the computer software to turn any photo into an embroidery file. Just copy it over and you're one and done. And of course the big behemoth here, the industrial sewing machine. This thing would be used for more larger projects, such as large canvas, bags, flags, even thicker material like leather can be run on this. So much so that the engine itself can actually be turned up to a very high RPM number. So it can really be running that needle right through a very, very thick piece of material. But the beauty of it is it can be even toned down all the way to just use as a regular sewing machine. So it's kind of a versatile machine, but one you wouldn't want to stick your fingers in.
Is the Fablab always staffed with someone to help?
Absolutely. There's always a tech on hand, either myself or my counterpart, Neil. And we're here to answer any questions that you have, or if you maybe want to know how to run a machine or something, that's where we come in.
How can we get in contact with someone who works here?
Well, the easiest way is to really just come on down and see us in person. We can talk as much as we want to about what we can do here, but this is much a physical and visual experience as it is kind of an audible one. So we definitely recommend you come on down. If you can't, maybe you're new here and still not sure if you want to come in, check out the LMC website. Fablab has its own webpage on there. In addition to other woodworking equipment we have in here, such as this bandsaw, other types of sanders and belt sanders, we have this right here, which I would consider the crown jewel of the Fablab. This is the shop. It's a computerized CNC machine. It's used for cutting down different shapes out of large-scale pieces of wood. And it's all computerized. It's a very complex system, but when it's whirring and doing its thing, it is just a master at its job. It's really fun. One thing that we use this for internally is when we do our arcade workshops, where families come in and build their own classic arcades. All of the wood is cut with this machine here. There's a lot of prep involved. This thing makes it real easy.
I definitely want to do the arcade.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's always fun.
What are these engraved in?
Yes. This is what happens when sometimes you don't get your setting set exactly right. The cutter head will go a little bit lower than it's supposed to, and it will leave these little old design marks. So these are actually other projects that people have done, kind of a history, if you will, of the shop art.
It looks like a protractor right there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. The first thing we're going to do is load up Adobe Illustrator. This is kind of the bread and butter of the vinyl cutter machine, and it also is the bread and butter of the laser engravers as well. It's the same file that you create on Adobe Illustrator. You can use the stickers as well as the laser engravers. One and done system. All right, so here we have the Red Hawk logo. Rocky at his best, I'd say. So now what we're going to do is actually load the vinyl into the machine. For that, we have these wheels here. And those wheels are actually going to be the edge of the piece that we're going to put inside. So in this case, all you have to do is just load that piece of red sticker material in between those two wheels. Be a little push them back all the way there. That's good. And then just pull that big lever back there towards you. Yep, all the way. It should click into place. Beautiful. Next, on the machine, we're going to tell it that we're going to be putting in a small piece as opposed to a large 24-inch roll for doing the larger stickers. So to do that, we simply go over here, we change it until it says piece, and then hit that enter button for me. It's going to run that cutter head over the vinyl sticker material and then roll it all the way through from edge to edge. What it's doing right now is actually determining how big the piece of sticker material actually is. It's doing that all for us. Once it stops, it's already sized it for us. Next, we have to actually print the thing. So now, on the top there, go to File, and Print. Down towards the bottom there. Next, hit Setup down there in the corner, because now we're actually going to tell Illustrator how big that piece is. So hit that Preferences button on the right middle, and click the button that says Get from Machine. So, now that the machine has scanned the material, it's automatically inputted the size data from the machine into Illustrator. automatically for us. So click OK, click print, and then do setup and print for me one more time. Yep, right there. Okay, so now what we have is a small preview screen of how big our sticker is going to be relative to the actual piece of vinyl we put into it. In addition to that, we can move the actual sticker around anywhere on that piece of material. So if we want to do multiple small stickers, we can easily do that here. So just click and drag that small little sticker down there towards one end. Beautiful. And then hit print. And away it goes. That little light on the front there dims down just like it did. You can push the lever back the other way. That unlocks the piece of material. You can pull it out. Voila. Now all you do is you pull away all the sticker material that you don't like, which in this case should be anything but the Red Hawk logo. And we'll transfer it over. So, let me get you some tools. We'll start peeling away. Description of the workshop you have going on here with all the kids?
We're building boats. All right, so this is through the homeschool partnership, and we're building 2 of these boats. It's called the Bevan Skiff.
I might need to borrow the boat sometime.
Well, the whole purpose of the boat is to stay on top of the water.
Exactly.
So that's what we're building for. We want you on the dry side of the boat.
Exactly.
That's right.
So yeah, Tom is just one of the many volunteers that can bring a group in and do projects using the equipment we have here in the Fab Lab. And Tom is a very, very knowledgeable guy. He's a great go-to guy for all the woodworking we have in here.
Building a boat at Lake Michigan College. Get it, Lake Boat.
Alright, so this is Kevin, and he's faculty here at LMC, and he's going to tell us about the Hanson Technology Center.
The different programs we have here on the far side of the building, we have our welding classes, then we have the advanced manufacturing, the CNC, then you're in this lab right now, which is our standard machine tool programs. If you go on the other side, we have our electricity programs, then we have our motors and controls, we have our PLCs, which is program logical controls, then there, which is part of the mechatronics program, our robotics, so hopefully you see a picture of our robots working in some of our YouTube videos. Also, we have our hydraulics and pneumatics, plus the SolidWorks type stuff, which is our engineering classes, then all the outline classes, which are the training classes, which is blueprint reading, sketching, GD&T, and then fill in the blank. There's many more of them out there and too many to go on. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want more, come on back. We're happy to tour anybody at the Hanson Tech Center.
And one last question for Kevin. Where are your safety goggles?
I think I left them in my office when this great group came and asked me for an interview.
Well, you can borrow mine.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you, Kevin. We hope you liked this video.
And as always, like, comment, and subscribe right down below, and if you have any questions, leave them down there too. And as always, don't forget to use that hashtag LMC Journey. We're out.